I visited the Howl as a Larry loner, but is it any fun going on your J's? Stick around to find out as I speed rate my experience on my scientifically accurate screamometer. Right, so I turned up about 5:30 only to be met by security guards vaping and moaning to guests about how much they hate their jobs. Pre-entry experience, 2.8 out of 17. So we got into the park and the first maze on my list was Noxious Alley. It was colourful, chaotic, but it looked like someone had way too much fun with the UV paint. It's not scary at all, but a good starter if you're nervous about doing the mazes solo. Loads of energy, a bit of bogey eating, and overall I give it an 11.2 out of 17 on the screamometer. Next up, The Shed. It was dark, dirty, claustrophobic, and the actors clocked straight away that I was alone. They split me up from my group and went absolutely berserk on me. I don't usually get scared in mazes, but this one had me jumping out of my skin from start to finish. In complete contrast to Noxious Alley, I don't recommend you start with this one if you're on your own and you're nervous. However, if you're feeling brave about going solo, get this one done. The Shed is a must, and I give it a 16.8 out of 17. As it was right next door, I headed into Squealer's yard, or should I say, Squealer's yawn. Boring. Too many indoor-outdoor transitions, and the park lighting that leaked through the maze ruined every single scare. What I did like about it, however, was the smell of bacon at the end. I give it an 11.8 out of 17 on the screamometer. Next up was Red. Basically, it's a load of sticks and branches glued to the walls from start to finish. The actors clocked I was solo again, split me up from my group, and gave me my own personalised scare session. No big finale, it just sort of ends, but there's a scarily good risk of poking your eyes out, so it gets a 13.3 out of 17 on the screamometer. I made my way over to the Circus of Screams. Now, the tent doesn't look like much from the outside, but once you're in and the show starts, it is absolutely wild. Danger acts, fire, skewers through arms, the lot. If you're squeamish, maybe skip this one, but for me, it was the highlight of the night. 17 out of 17 on the screamometer. Woohoo! By 8:30, I was starving, so I headed to Grain Store Street Food. Joined what looked like a 5-minute queue, however, 40 minutes later, I finally got my burger. The bun was about double the size of the patty, and it looked so far past well done, I actually shouted congratulations. Truly horrifying, and comes in at an 18 out of 17 on the screamometer.
Gross.
After food, I went straight to Full Moon Manor, a creepy hotel maze with a weird wedding storyline that made absolutely no sense. Visually though, this was one of the best mazes of the night. They clocked I was on my own again and trapped me in a smoke-filled room for about a minute whilst actors jumped out from everywhere. Brilliant ending, 15.1 out of 17 on the screamometer. Then came Shriek Easy, a gangster-themed scare maze. From the live piano to the secret password at the door, it was clever and stylish. Not particularly scary, but super immersive, and yep, they singled me out once again for a few extra frights, which gives it a 14.2 out of 17